So the reason I decided to do an internship in China, one was that I was working for a pharmaceutical company and I didn't enjoy it at all. It was very mundane and repetitive. And doing an internship would allow me to do multiple different roles, like different tasks, and experience as much as I can. I know I want to work in the healthcare industry. I don't know where. Not pharmaceuticals. And so I got in touch with IES Global, and they put me in touch with Oasis Hospital. Talking to people, to my supervisor there, I realized I could do a lot and experience a lot and try and find out what it is I want from a career, like what path I should follow. So it's the reason China as well was because of the economic power China has in the world market. I think experience in China would be good. Experience for a Chinese company, learning Chinese, would be hopefully very beneficial to my CV. So those are the two main reasons. I didn't like my job, and experiencing a different part of the world would be very, very helpful to me, both personally and professionally. The reason I'm here is to enhance my career prospects and find out what it is I want to do, in life. Professionally, I think I'll be allowed to do a lot more. So I'll widen my horizons in terms of my experiences, my work experiences, and my CV, what employers will look at when I'm applying for positions. Personally, I'm not expecting too much. I don't know what to say about that. Personally, I'm not expecting to develop. I think the main reason I'm here is for professional reasons. My expectations of China were pretty different to what I've experienced, like in the first weekend here. I thought it'd be a lot less developed. Other countries I've been to in terms of like similarity, like countries like India and Thailand, where it's a lot, you can tell it's outside of Europe, it's a very different culture. People have different culture and habits. Where I live in Shuangjing is very, very Western and modern, and it's buildings you could just rip out of any European city. It doesn't feel Chinese to me. Life in China, it's okay, it's good. At first it was quite difficult. The first few weeks were very difficult because not that many people speak English, or not as many as I would like. So just being able to communicate with anyone in the street is not really an option. So I studied a lot learning Chinese, like basic phrases, to get by buying things and ordering things and asking for directions. But now, like recently, after the initial hurdle, it's okay. There's a lot to see and do in Beijing. Made quite a few friends, and keeping busy. But initially, I'm not gonna lie, it was quite difficult. But now it's good. I'm enjoying it. The internship has been very good to me. I'm allowed to do pretty much anything in terms of, I can ask for more work, I can ask for less work, I can work in a specific field, whatever interests me. I've done a wide range of tasks and responsibilities. I wouldn't be allowed to do this in England. So I'm really, really glad I came here and experienced as much as I have. And everyone here is fantastic. Everyone I work with is very polite, very nice. They share their lunch with me. They tell me more about China, what I should see, what I should do. They spend time with me outside of work, and they ask me about life in England. Fantastic. I couldn't really have asked for a better place. Because the initial period coming over here was so difficult. I learned personally I can overcome it. I was very proud. I am very proud that I can move to somewhere where I don't know anyone, or the language, or the culture, and get by. Well, professionally, I've done quite a lot, and I've experienced quite a lot. I haven't done anything at work which really blew my mind and said I need to do this as a career, because it's all very interesting, and I'm still a bit open-minded as to what I want to do. Personally, what I've learned about myself is that the initial period of moving to China, to a country where I don't know anyone, or the people, or the language, is very difficult. And for me to overcome that, and live in a society where everything was unknown to me is achievement I'm proud of. Like, I'm very happy I overcame it, and I'm glad I stayed. Initially, when I first came, I thought I was going to go home pretty soon, but I stuck it out, and I'm happy I did. I would say it helped me professionally, definitely. Working in China, you know, doing what I've been allowed to do, unimaginable in England. And personally, the internship experience has helped me a lot. I didn't think I would develop personally. Like I didn't come here to develop personally. And what I've learned about myself has been much more important or significant than what I've learned professionally. Personally, it's been a real confidence boost to come to, you know, somewhere where you don't know anything, to be able to integrate into society. And the stuff I've been allowed to do, you know, I've done many things. I've shadowed the CMO here. I worked on business strategies. I've done marketing, creative marketing material. Been to events representing the hospital. I've also worked on internal policies and, you know, drawn up handbooks. Excuse me. I've drawn up handbooks for staff, and it's quite a varied range of things, and I think employers will look highly at that. One of the biggest was shadowing the CMO, which is the Chief Medical Officer, you know, learning what he does on a day-to-day basis, from, you know, taking care of patients to looking at new markets to analyzing statistics. It's been very helpful to me to see how a hospital is run from the inside, which is something I've always been interested in. As well as that, I've done things which I haven't done before, such as, you know, looking after patients, customer care. I've worked in pharmacy before, but here was a lot more in depth. I was allowed to create new material. I was allowed to run through customer services with staff to see how they treat patients and what can be and how they can improve. I've looked at hand hygiene for the hospital to see, you know, where the hospital could be improved. These are all things that I think will be beneficial in a healthcare environment, you know, career. One highlight that sticks out in my mind is we had a talent show, Christmas party at work, and for weeks and weeks and weeks beforehand we were practicing the salsa. About 10 of us were practicing the salsa routine, and we had it nailed. Like, I was so fed up of practicing. It's just like, I just want to do more work. I can't bother to practice this. And we nailed it every single day prior to the event. And then it's, you know, we do a dress rehearsal and we're fine. And it's time, right? Like, everyone's very busy. Everyone's like nervous, and you know, you get the butterflies feeling. And we get on stage, and initially, like, half of the guys are just facing the wrong way, and we're trying to scramble, trying to get everyone in position, and the music's loud and people are clapping, and they don't listen. So initially, the salsa, you do like a couple of steps with your partner and you rotate to a new partner. Because guys are facing the same way, the guys rotate and the girls stay in their position. The guys rotated, and it was chaos because everyone was wrong. And I just ended up dancing with another guy, and it was bad. It was really bad. Like, we perfected it to a T, and on the night we failed it at the first hurdle. Like, it was like literally the position. That's the first thing you do, is get into position, and we didn't do it. But we did it wrong. And what was amazing was that the audience were predominantly Chinese. A lot of the staff, a lot of the nurses, the security guards, the cleaners, and they clapped louder and louder when we got it wrong. Like, they were cheering us on, even though they knew that we were falling apart. They spurred us on, and it's very telling to the sort of Chinese community idea of, you know, you're part of a community. And I don't know, I was very moved by that.